Hello, welcome to This and That with Jyoti. Today I am going to show you how to make turmeric powder from turmeric tubers. It's a bit a lengthy process, but it's not at all complicated. Anybody can do it easily at home. This year we got around 3 kgs of tubers from our garden. First you have to wash them thoroughly until all the dirt is gone. So at least 4 or 5 times you have to wash them and remove any bad tubers like inferior quality tubers. Take the cleaned tubers in an instant pot and pour the water until all submerged and cook it on a pressure cook mode for 8 minutes. If you are using a regular pressure cooker, 6 to 8 whistles should do. The goal is to cook them completely. So once they're done cooking and the pressure is released naturally, we can drain them into a colander. So like this, I drained all the water and let them cool for a bit because I'm going to chop them into small pieces. You can test now by pricking a toothpick and see if they're done fully cooked or not. So see how softly the toothpick is going inside. So they're fully cooked. Now, once they cool down, I'm going to chop them into pieces for two reasons. It will be easy to dry them and it will be easy to grind them when they are small pieces. If you leave full tubers, it's going to be hard to grind them into powder in a grinder. So I'm going to chop them like this, small pieces, and I'm going to dry them in a dehydrator. You can absolutely dry them under the sun if the temperatures are above 90 degree Fahrenheit. But right now the temperatures are in 70s here. So I'm going to dry them in a food dehydrator. Some of the tubers I try to chop them in a food processor to speed up the process, and it did a good job. You just have to pulse it couple of times, not more than that, because it was going to chop into very small pieces and it will be difficult to dry and handle it. So just blitz it for 1 or 2 times. That should do. Now spread them on the trays in a single layer, even layers, without crowding them, and put them in the dehydrator. I'm going to set the timer for 24 hours at 122 degrees Fahrenheit. After 24 hours, both the food processor chopped ones and the hand chopped ones both dried completely. There is no moisture at all, so they are ready to grind into powder. Whether we dry it in a machine or under the sun, we just have to make sure that there is no moisture left and they're fully dried. Now I'm going to grind them into powder into small batches because I don't want it to overheat and heat the turmeric powder, and it will ruin some of the nutrients of the turmeric. So I'm going to dry it slowly in a small batches. After grinding it for a minute, the powder looks very fine and I feel no grainy particles in there, so I don't see any need for sieving it, so I'm going to skip that step. Otherwise, at this point we can sieve it and grind it again to make sure the final turmeric powder is very fine in texture. Now I'm going to pack this turmeric powder in a airtight glass jar and store it in the refrigerator to make sure the freshness stays for longer time. See, it's not complicated, right? So I hope this video helps you making your own turmeric powder at home. Thank you so much for watching This and That with Jyoti.